Hi guys, I am excited to give you a quick tour of the dashboard. We just worked in the customizer and we've been in the dashboard just a little bit to do a couple other things. But now I want to kind of run down the things that you can do when you come to the My Home tab on the dashboard. So we're just going to go down the way here. First of all is your stats, and this is going to allow you to see who is looking at your website and the visitors and the views. So that's different, right? Views is how many times it's looked at. Visitors is unique site visitors. And this can give you some really interesting insights. Obviously, when you upgrade, you can see even more things, but this is a great place to start. You can upgrade if you want to go ahead at some point and do the personal plan. It's $48 for the year, and it does get rid of the ads on your site, and you get a free domain for 1 year. So now you can really do something that you can come up with a domain that works for your site. So I highly recommend that. The inbox, if you have your own domain, you get a custom email address and your inbox would be here. Posts is something that we're going to work on in the next video. These are their fill-in posts, and we will probably delete these because they're not the ones we want, or we can change them out. But these are your blog posts. So these feed to your blog page that you set up. There's your media folder, and this is your generally like documents, videos, audio files. For videos, we are going to use embed YouTube videos. Those work a lot better than trying to embed video through the WordPress capabilities. But images you can upload here. You can also upload them as you go. But the great thing about adding one here, let's go ahead and do that. Let's say I want to add my headshot here. I'm going to open it up. There it is. And then if I click on it, hold on. Oh, I have to hit edit. My bad. There we go. I can add a caption that would be seen underneath it, but the most important thing is this alt text, because I will be looking for that in your project. And this is for screen readers. So people who can't see or can't see well would know what this is because I have added the alt text. Okay, you can also mess with the size and other things like that. But once again, you can do that sometimes on the pages. It's better to upload the size that you want for pictures just to make sure the resolution is right. But anyways, in documents, this is where you could put like a PDF file that you wanted to link to on your site. Now remember that those aren't very searchable. So when you're doing like your resume, we'll talk about this later, but you're going to basically want to copy and paste text into a page. Now we're at the pages, and we talked about this before. I created these when we were doing some of the activities from yesterday. So I will go ahead and delete those, but this is where you will be working on static pages. So that's different from your posts, which are your blog posts. Comments is where you will be able to see comments to your blog posts and manage them from there. Probably not something you're really going to have to worry about too much is from the feedback or actually the Jetpack. Either WooCommerce is to set up buying capabilities for your site. So we're going to keep going down here. The appearance, if you remember, is where you can get your theme. It's also the tab where you can get to your customizer. Most of these will lead back to your customizer, but one of the things you can manage outside of your customizer is your menus, and we will have a video on that as well. And sometimes when you're having trouble with your menu in the customizer, this is a great place to come. Plugins are things that you can add to your site. Generally, they cost money. It's like Yoast SEO Premium will help you make sure that your website is hitting all the right notes for search engine optimization. So there's a lot of things that you can add with plugins. Users is where you can add people to use your site. I'm the admin, but I could add a team member to edit and do certain or edit just content or have more administrator rights. So that's the place where you would do that. Tools. You can see here, this is just going to take your marketing up another notch if that's something that you really start to grow on your site. you set it up for business or photography or something like that. And finally, the last one is settings. And as you can see, here's another place where you can upload your favicon or site icon. You can change it here, your site title and your site tagline. These are searched by search engines, so you want to keep these in here. Of course, you can always choose to not display them in the customizer. This is where you select your language, your time zone. This is if you haven't launched your site yet, this is where you can do it. There's a couple things coming soon. Hide your site till it's ready to go. The only problem with that when you're working on this project is it can be hard to check links. So I suggest you keep it public since not a lot of people are searching for it. You can discourage search engines from indexing the site, and you can make it private. Now, once you're done with this project, if you don't want this to pop up in job searches, then you might privatize it or turn it back to coming soon. If you do want to end up using it, then keep it public. This is where you can change your footer credit, but of course you have to go up a level to completely remove it. And there's a couple other options here. Change your site address, site address, delete your content, and to delete your site permanently. So those are all really important things. So that's your tour of the dashboard. We will be coming back to the post and pages in the next video. I hope that that was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.